Up next, we take a quick dive into the world of name, image, and likeness in college sports. Joining me for that discussion is WMTS sports reporter TJ Warner, who closely follows this matter. Thanks for being here, TJ.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Serena.
Absolutely. So, for our listeners who may not be familiar, can you explain what name, image, and likeness means in the context of college sports?
Yeah, of course. Name, image, and likeness, or NIL, refers to the ability of college athletes to profit from their use of their name, image, and likeness. This means they can now earn money from endorsements, sponsorships, or other opportunities that they weren't allowed to do before since they weren't considered a professional athlete.
Sounds like a big change. What are some of the key reasons behind this shift in policy?
Yeah, one major reason is the growing recognition of value that the college athletes bring to their schools, and they also help grow their sport. Many believe it's unfair for the athletes to generate billions of dollars in revenue for colleges or universities without being able to share in those profits themselves.
That makes sense. What are some of these top athletes making with NIL?
Star players at top colleges or universities can make as much as 6 to 7 figures. LSU gymnast Olivia Dunn is well in the 7 figure range, along with LeBron James Jr., who plays basketball for USC. Most of the players that are really benefiting from this are the best players that play on the biggest stages due to their exposure to a large number of fans.
That's amazing. How are athletes at smaller schools, say here in the Middle Tennessee area, benefiting from NIL?
At schools around the mid state, NIL doesn't have the same impact money wise. Athletes at Vanderbilt, Belmont, or even here at Middle Tennessee State get more sponsorships with companies. They might do a shout out on their social media and get a free meal for a restaurant, or even incentive based earnings depending on their play. The most earnings at any of these regional schools will be around 5 figures.
Still not bad. How have athletes and schools been adapting to these new rules?
Some athletes have been able to capitalize on NIL, especially those participating in high profile sports like football and basketball. However, there are concerns about how these changes might impact the overall landscape of college sports. Recruiting and competitive balance are two areas of concern.
Interesting. So, looking ahead, what do you see as a potential long term implication for NIL in college sports?
Well, it's still early and the rules will likely change over time, but NIL has the potential to reshape the relationship between college athletes, schools, and the sports industry. It could lead to greater financial opportunities for athletes, but also new challenges in terms of regulation and fairness.
TJ Warner for WMTS Sports, great to talk with you. Thanks for sharing your expertise with us.
Yeah, my pleasure, Serena.